Hi colleagues, my name is Tuan Trifimov, and I want to ask, maybe because I'm late and I did not understand, I'm curious about just a second, about the Docker, the software application firmware. Is it absolutely needed to have Bluefield and Nvidia converted accelerator, network accelerator, or this kind of software, this kind of framework can be used only with the Bluefield or only with a network accelerator by the Nvidia? Because I understand that the DPU itself is an additional processing unit, but this DPU is something like, if we explain it in a low level, it's like to add another video card in a configuration. And I saw that there is a different video card. I mean, in quotation video card, it's not exactly, but for the low-level explanation, it's additional hardware unit. And is there a combined hardware unit which is like a Bluefield and accelerator in one, or you need to add every one of that unit into the, for example, server hardware framework? Thanks.
Okay, that's a very good question. And I will try to answer as best as I can, because the answer could be tricky. So first of all, we have also an additional generation of Bluefield card with embedded GPU. So we can also provide a Bluefield X card with GPU on board, but the traditional Bluefield 2 and 3 that I just presented are equipped with ARM cores and not GPU, immediate GPU. So you can use, of course, a GPU card like a Bluefield 2 without Docker. You can do that. You can potentially just use your DPU like a traditional NIC. This is, of course, possible. I think it's not desirable, but it's definitely possible. And you can also leverage on the DPU with a third-party software. Let me see if I can share the slide from the previous deck. Here.
We understand that. The software, we understand everything, but my exact question was, is the Docker framework, to use the Docker framework, that we need all of the hardware that you show? The GPU, the accelerator, the GPU accelerator, the DPU.
No.
And
okay.
That's my question.
Okay. To use Docker, you just need a DPU.
Okay.
Bluefield 2 or Bluefield 3. And with Docker, you can drive the functionality of the DPU. So with a single DPU, like a Bluefield 2, you can take advantage of Docker to program your data processing unit. This is the
to control the DPU. That's the better, because that was the interesting thing. Because, for example, in some server, we don't have a graphic card, we don't have an accelerator, we don't have a place to put the accelerator. And we have to choose to remove the accelerator to put the DPU. Because the accelerator has benefits, but the DPU for the networking, it's better than the accelerator. From your slides, from the information.
With the DPU, you can target different use cases. Of course, you can have both equipped with DPU and GPU, and it will depend from the use case. But the simple answer is that you can use Docker just with a GPU. You don't need a GPU on your own to take advantage of Docker.
Okay, thanks. Thank you very much.
Any other questions? Просто някой? Okay. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Daniel. I believe
Again, wish you all the success in your business, and if you don't have questions now, it doesn't mean that you will not have them afterwards. So take a rest and come back with us, and we will share with you the strategy, how to win the market.
Thank you. Thanks. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Така, в общи линии приключихме с колегите от Nvidia. Следващата по реда е Богдан. Богдан, he is a channel manager of Vertiv for our region. Let me just...
Good morning, everyone.
Okay, so I think I will not use the microphone because I believe my voice will serve me better, but I will use my laptop.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. Again, I'm really glad to be here. It's the first time when I have the opportunity to speak in this position to ASBIS partners, and I would also like to thank Dimitar and the ASBIS team for giving me this opportunity. So, I'm Bogdan. Don't bother with the other name, it's too complicated. And I'm the channel manager for Bulgaria, Moldova, and Romania for Vertiv. You heard about Vertiv till now? Okay. In this journey, we will find out more about what are we doing and how can we help each other to deliver good news. This is the agenda for today. I will start by explaining the title, Architects of Continuity, but I'll go back one slide later about that. Then we'll have a quick overview of the company. Most large part of the presentation will be about our portfolio of products, and I hope I will not get too boring about that. And last but not least, I will propose you some business partnerships and let you know why we should do business together. So let's move on. Architects of what? This comes from a presentation like this that I had in Romania in my first month at Vertiv. And a guy from the front row asked me about architects of what? What's that continuity? It is kind of a common word also in Romanian, but nobody actually verbalized what is the continuity about. So I will explain you what is continuity about and when the continuity becomes relevant. Okay, for purists you have the Oxford Dictionary explanation in the right part, but I will put it in another way. So let's start with the continuity. In the 50s, you know about this pyramid of the needs from Maslow. Are you familiar with that? Okay. When the continuity is becoming relevant in this sense. Well, the continuity is relevant on the critical needs, right? You continuously need air or water or food and so on. If you don't have air, you die, right? This is critical need. If you don't have, I don't know, food, you die. Not right now, but you will die in some days. If you don't reproduce, you die as a species, right? So critical, it is about continuity. Yeah? If the things are not continuous, are not going on and on, you finally have a big issue with life. Then we moved on into the 20s. I think the year was like 2005. Some of you maybe remember that there was no Facebook back then, there was no WhatsApp. and we were getting jokes on the email inbox. Remember that? Okay. So I got this pyramid, updated pyramid on my inbox, and I said, that's interesting. So physiological needs, but on the base of that is the Wi-Fi. Was that true? Yes, it's still true right now. What do you think? What do you think?
It's true.
It's true. It's true. Check this out. This is the, because I like to to get proofs to what I say. This is a capture from my last holiday last year. It's actually a capture from my Airbnb. So I'm asking, hello, we will arrive. How can we get into that location? So it's about shelter, right? Basic needs. And what the girl says, hi Bogdan, I might not be there, but here's the code for Wi-Fi. Is it true? Is it more important, this one? Okay, okay. So, let's go to the 2020s, where we have something more important than Wi-Fi. Can anybody guess what is this? More important than Wi-Fi? Huh? Yep, yep, yep. It's the battery actually. If you don't believe me, ask your kids. Right? How's a phone without a battery? So going back to the continuity. What defines us as people, as an evolved species, is the language, right? We got where we are now mostly because of the language, because we can speak to each other. The evolution right now is based on machines, right? What is the language of the machines? Is data. Is data. Okay, so when the machines don't talk with each other because they don't interchange data, it's like us, the people, being mute, right? So from our for our evolution right now, it is critical to have the machines exchanging data continuously. And this is our job. To put it in more simple words, Vertiv is keeping the internet plugged in, right? This is our mission. And we are the architects of continuity. Commercial break. Okay, so back to me. We will see now a short company overview, but I will start with our partnership with ASBIS. So it is actually still the first year, right, of partnership here in Bulgaria. We started somewhere in the last month of 2021. So this is fresh. This is why this is the first meeting with ASBIS partners. And again, thank you very much for being here. I may say that on a regional level, Vertiv and ASBIS have a much wider partnership, which is spread all over the Eastern Europe, let's say so, and a little part of Northern Africa. Good. So who is Vertiv? Vertiv actually exists starting as on this name since 2016. But our heritage starts in the 16th century when a guy named Liebert invented the first ever computer room air conditioning system. Okay, so that was happening back in 1960s. In the 80s, the Liebert company was considered interesting and was acquired by the giant corporation named Emerson. Then again, a leap of the time, a lot of acquisitions and so on. And at a certain moment in 2016, the part of infrastructure, of critical infrastructure of Emerson was going on its own, and this is how Vertiv started. So we may say we are a young company. There's a lot of things happening like in startups in our company, but the expertise is huge. Okay, so few numbers. This is fiscal year 2021, last year. $5 billion in sales, about 24,000 employees, and still growing. Some of the customers are listed here. I will not read it, but you all know the names. 23 manufacturing sites, and where are we active? So we are active in the critical infrastructure and solution. Most of the part, more than 50% of the business is going there. Data scalers, large cloud providers, and so on. Then we are active in services and spares, about 1/3 of the business, and also integrated rack solutions. This is medium and small server rooms and computer rooms. So basically, this is the segment, the industry segment, which we are trying to attack with the support of the partners. So I may ask you, which is the more where are the most important perspective for growing? Here, where it's already mature, or here? Probably here, right? So there are a lot of perspective to grow on this segment. Also, if we look at the end market, we have the data centers, 70%. We have the communication network, and we have what we call the edge, commercial and industrial, 10%. Where is the biggest perspective to grow? On the edge part, of course. So our focus is on big data center and communication networks and so, and also in commercial and industrial application, the edge part. This is our philosophy. So we are bringing solutions and services, backend services and software to the large infrastructure and to the IT and edge infrastructure. And we will talk in the next slide about the portfolio, which we are addressing this part. So the edge solution portfolio, in one glance, this is the portfolio. Starting with racks, the boxes, and UPSs, the power distribution, cooling, of course, is very important. Remote management and part of software services and services. I will have no more than 2 or 3 slides for each. So talking about racks, what I think is important and I want to emphasize, we have in our portfolio, and generally speaking, there are two types of racks. The global racks, which are kind of standardized, and the most important thing about these racks is that they are available, continuously available, and they are kind of cheap. Okay. Then for custom applications, we do have customizable racks, which are delivered not so easy as these ones, but are customized for certain applications. And by the way, the racks are not selling by kilogram, so it's not a valid argument that this one, being bigger, should be more expensive than that one. Or some customers complaining, oh, this is a small rack, why is this more expensive than this one? It's not like these things work. This is mass production, this is customized, so that's with the price. Then we go with the UPS portfolio. This is the one-phase UPS portfolio. So you can see we have, starting from entry-level SMB type of UPSs, you may find some of them on our booth, up to 20 kVA, including a modular solution. Some of the most important, this is the leading model in our range, it's the GXT5. I will not go too much into details because it will be too much and I will probably get more boring than that. So this is the GXT5 up to 20 kVA. Unity power factor, this is very important, and high efficiency up to 98%. This is the RT Plus, we have one here, which is the cheaper version of the GXT5. So a more, a version more friendly with the clients. Then we have the Edge, also an example on the booth, which are line interactive UPSs, and going up to 3 kilowatts. Again, high efficiency up to 98%. And I will emphasize one thing more about the edges, because we have edges UPS equipped with VRLA standard batteries and also with lithium-ion batteries. For those of you who are not familiar with the differences and in what kind of application we recommend one or another, there's a slide. So the VRLA, the ASBIS batteries, are heavy, low energy density. Life is up to 10 years, but it's basically a number of cycles. It's up to 1,000 cycles. So if you have if you disconnect the UPS once per day, it will take you no more than 2 or 3 years, right? But those are very accessible, those are very cheap. On the other hand, the lithium-ion battery has high energy density, are really small. This is why we are using it, for instance, in our mobile phones. Much longer battery life. So if you have this daily disconnecting, you may say is recommended to use lithium-ion. It has a more faster charge time, lower weight. So it's again important if you have a double floor, or the customer has a double floor, and the weight is important. And also is important, it has a very long shelf life. It's not discharging by itself. On the other hand, it is a little bit expensive compared to the VRLA. But if the application is in that area, so if you need fast recharge time, or if you need a lower weight, and so on, this price difference may be relevant. So just to know, there is this option also in small edge applications like the Vertiv edge UPS. Just at a glance, the three-phase UPS portfolio from Vertiv goes up to 3.4 megawatts in some specific data center application. And also I'd like to emphasize we have two approaches on UPSs. One is monolithic, and the other one is modular. Okay, monolithic means the power modules remain the same no matter if you start with 80 kilowatts, that UPS will die with 80 kilowatts. The modular approach means you can add function of your, or remove, I don't know, function of your needs. You can add more power modules. So you can start with 100 kilowatts and then go to 150, depends on your needs and so on. Of course, both type of approaches are found in our range of three-phase UPSs. Then we go to power distribution, and we'll talk about universal PDUs, intelligent PDUs, and of course we have some of the basic PDUs, which are something like power strips designed for data centers, for servers, and more than that. Universal PDUs, why is this important? Because this is a one-part number which you can deliver no matter the region. There are certain applications which are requesting this because they need simple delivery. So we have this kind of solution here. So one PDU, no matter the grid type and power inputs and so on. Then one thing which can be relevant for some of the customers, the combi outlet. So there is no 5C19 and 12C13 plugs. You just have 20. No matter you can insert C19 and C13 as well, function of the needs. Again, simplifying the choosing process. And more than that, you have three phases, you have three colors. You always know which equipment is connected to which phase. Then the intelligent part of the PDUs is that you can remotely get data, and you can remotely manage the whole critical infrastructure using the PDUs the smart videos, and the Vertiv Intelligence Director, which is a software which is delivered free of charge. Nevertheless, the services are very important. From my perspective, services are peace of mind. It's like a life insurance for the project, for the equipment. This is just a small example of the services for PDUs and one-phase UPSs. What is under this, what we call services? Starting from standard warranty or extended warranty and this kind of basic services, going to what we call Vertiv Life Services, which is a proactive approach, meaning we are monitoring, we Vertiv are monitoring the equipment, and we can act before something bad can happen. So less stress for you as a delivery company. Then we're going to thermal. As I told you from the beginning, Liebherr, which is actually still our brand, started as a cooling company. So we still have huge expertise in this area, and currently we are the global leader, the number one company delivering cooling solution for data centers and server rooms. So you can choose from internal rack cooling to external cooling, in-row, and also a simple solution for the switches, and I will have just a slide for each and one. This is internal cooling. So the unit is actually installed at the base of the rack, and it ensures the circulation of the air inside. There's 100% internal version, and there's also a split version, which is more, let's say, it's common with the comfort and the air conditioning. We have the condenser outside. The VRCS, it's infrastructure in a box, right? It's a simple solution which came already assembled, and it includes a cabinet, of course, which has installed 3.5 kilowatts cooling, an UPS, power distribution, which also handles the monitoring and the sensors for the whole solution. Vertiv Intelligence Director, of course, to read all the statistics remotely, and also a backup fan. So, if you have requests from your customers for a simple solution, a simple server room, a small data center, no more than, I don't know, 2 or 3 servers, 3 kilowatts, something like this, think about this solution, and we can talk more about it afterwards. Then switcher. Switcher is a simple solution. It's a fan actually, which directs the cold air from outside directly to the switch. If the switch is positioned in the upper part of the rack, and usually it is. Okay, so now we go into remote access management. 3 categories there here. KVMs, simple KVMs. Keyboard, video, and mouse remotely over IP. Second one is serial management, and this is extremely important, and unfortunately it's ignored by, let's say, a large part of the data center of the server room builders, and also the simple concentrate local access right in front of the server. I may tell you that Evosend, which is a Vertiv brand, is again a global leader in this IT management part. We are building devices for our own, but we are also building for Dell and HPE, and including our part and Dell and HPE, we have 80% market share, which is a larger distance from the other companies. Okay, this is a complete solution for IT management, including management and sensors. Okay, so let's think of an incident where you cannot, or the customer cannot access the server via KVM because the server is not responding, right? What should you do at that moment? You have the serial access, which is a kind of low-level access, in which you can send basic commands to the server, or to the store, or to the networking equipment, and so on. You can reboot it, or something like this, shut down, and so on. This is extremely important when something is going wrong. So, serial based access was certified by a number of networking vendors, and actually it's working with a lot of equipment, starting from servers, as I said, PDUs, computer air conditioning units, firewalls, bridges, networking equipment, and so on. All these equipments can be accessed low level, serial level, in case something is wrong. This is our full portfolio of KVMs, local KVMs. These ones are addressed to SMB and enterprise, and this is the latest addition to the range, which is a very scalable solution, and we say is the best enterprise KVM on the market. Sensors. The sensor ecosystem is called Watchdog, and these are all types of sensors that you can install on a network cabinet, on a server cabinet, or in a data center. This is just one slide, the final slide for the portfolio, showing you that we are also building this stuff. This is a data center on demand. It comes on a trailer, already mounted, tested, and so on. We are building this for Europe. We are building this in Croatia, near Zagreb, and there are a lot of applications actually demanding this. In Romania, for instance, we have a request from a data center of one university, which is located in an historical building, and they cannot expand anymore. So they requested this kind of stuff, and they will move the data center from the building in the courtyard somewhere, when they will install something like this, 12 racks. And there are a number of applications for this stuff. you ever been or are requested for something like this kind of solution, we are making it, and we can assure all the consultancy for implementing this kind of solution. Good. So last but not least, why Vertiv? So why am I here, and what am I proposing to do? Well, I am proposing a lot of keywords. This is internal jokes which actually works mostly in Romanian. First keyword is products. As I told you, as you saw, we are a one-stop shop for complete infrastructure solution. So it's simple, just one vendor. You don't have to bother to, pay. The second one is about the partnership, and yes, we do have a partner program. I know some of you are already subscribed. There is also a portal which is the ground zero for a lot of tools that will help you understand Vertiv, build solutions, and stay in touch with us. So if you are not part of the Vertiv ecosystem, I invite you to make an account to the partner. Complete infrastructure portfolio, I told you, and two other arguments. We are still at the beginning. We are a small company, we are a startup, and at least in this distribution model, in this channel model, we are under-distributed. This means a lot of room for you to grow along with us, because we will grow, definitely. And if there is so much space and so little competition, of course, we are talking about bigger revenues and bigger margins. If you want to sell with more than, 2 or 3% margin, if you're thinking about doing business, doing big business with 15% margin or more, you should go into this part of infrastructure, and you should go with us. Another keyword, promotional promo, and I may tell you we have 2 ongoing promos which are available all the time. The first one is the first time buy promo. If we didn't have business until now, so it's your first Vertiv project, you have by default 50% discount from the standard list price. This is for the first deal. For the second deal, you have by default 40% discount, and this is no question asked. Function of the specifics of the project, we can quote differently. Third P are the projects. So these are some references in our part of Europe, in Southeastern Europe. Just go with them. Large projects, so we have expertise. You can count on us. Last but not least, the people. And I'm happy that I'm working with in a team of high skilled engineers, and I just invite you to try our skills and our people. By the way, speaking of people in Vertiv, I will be here in Sofia until Friday in the evening. So if you feel like you need to know more about us, just give me a sign, give me a sign, and we can You guys get friends on social media. You can find Vertiv. You can find me on most of the social media platforms. Last but not least, I'm here to serve you. Let's discuss more in the during the lunch and so on, and in the days after. One more thing, we have our booth here, and there's a special surprise that it's still in my backpack. You can virtually visit a data center using our own VR hub. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.